Welcome everybody to the AFA, the Action Figure Arena. Here we review the talents of miniature warriors to prove to the world once and for all that you don't play with dolls, you prepare action figures for battle. Today in the Action Figure Arena, we will be reviewing the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture from Hasbro. I apologize for the glare, folks. Comes in a larger than typical for Marvel Legends figures box. Pretty menacing looking guy with the glowing green eyes illustrated here on the side, same as the other side. This is of course just another illustration. His wings that he comes with here, as far as the figure is concerned, aren't quite that flexible, and this is what we're going to be putting together. So let's open up the box, find out what we have inside. Alright, here is the Vulture by himself. Out of the box. He's standing about 6.5 inches tall at the top of his helmet. My camera may not be set up to get the proper angle here, but that's about his height. You'll notice his legs are wide in his stance. Comes that way out of the package. A little bit annoying. I don't know why they have them that way in the package. If I try to squeeze these legs a little closer together, a more natural stance, over time they'll just start to open up again. Really weird. So maybe a hair dryer or a hot water bath followed by holding the legs tight, maybe putting them in the fridge that way might help the situation. Anyway, quick 360. Taking a closer look, he's got those menacing green eyes. Almost look like it's a lighter feature. It's not. Just appears to be fluorescent green. Anyway, nice choice. He's got his brown leather flight jacket on. It's just all plastic, of course, but that's what he had in the movie. He's got the faux fur collar. And he's got his harness in the olive drab and the different metallic portions also, which look really awesome. This looks metallic. Nice choice of paint. Doesn't look too shiny. It's got his olive drab pants going. Really neat feature. Those claws he had at the bottom of his boots. These look awesome. They help him stand too. Let's see what his articulation is like. No problem really. Looking left and right. The big issue, one of my biggest gripes aside from that crazy wide stance of his, he's a flying figure. I can't get him to look up at all. That's it. He's looking straight ahead. Because the bottom of his helmet touches the collar. It's part of his outfit here. He can look down slightly. Not much. So again, a flying figure should be able to look up and probably look down too. Shoulders do a nice job. Bring the arms 90 degrees to the body. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. Can't really bend in much past 90 degrees, but he's got the bulky jacket on, which of course being plastic doesn't have a lot of give, so it's not going to bend in much past 90. Typical wrists. Bend in and out, and of course they rotate however you wish. Diaphragm joint. Nicely done. It's pretty well hidden. You could see the joint itself, but it's not overly obvious. This jacket does a nice job hiding that. Here he is, leaning forward from that diaphragm joint, leaning back. Not bad. Helps him look up as far as a flying pose is concerned. Does have a waist swivel, plenty of movement there. That's going to be crucial. If he's going to be throwing any punches, he needs that waist swivel right there. Kicks forward about 90 degrees. That's pretty good. Again, good for throwing some nasty kicks. Double bend at the knee. Does not bend in that far, but again, he's got that flight suit on. Adds some bulk, and of course the plastic has no give. He doesn't really need to bend in further than that though. He's not a martial artist. Love the knee pads. Very cool. His ankles bent up only slightly. Bend down or forward a lot. Lot of ankle pivot right there going inward and outward. Ay, that looks painful. Can the Vulture do the splits? Somewhat. He should be able to stand up also. Those claws really help. So decent articulation. Again, can't really blame the figure. It's got the double bend elbows and knees. Just a little hampered by his flight suit, which again is rigid plastic. And here is the Vulture, chilling out after a hard day terrorizing New York. Wearing his nightgown, chilling out on his couch, feet up on the coffee table. He's got his blue heart lamp and his grandfather clock that's stuck at 3 p.m. for all eternity. No, the Vulture comes with smack-accessories. Well, my 6-inch or 7-inch scale table, smack-accessories table, a little too small to show everything he comes with. Not any extra hands or head sculpts or edged weapons, firearms, nothing like that, but a big, beautiful set of wings. Let's take a different look at this. All right, there they are. Jeez. That's a big set of wings. Wow. Wider than my 18-inch ruler here. We'll call this roughly 22.5 inches wingspan. Very nice. As far as the articulation goes, it's got a swivel here on the tip. Sounds like it's ratcheted. The other side too. Doesn't have that same sound, but it moves. It's got these ratchets or detents, and can also flap. This inner section here not only has a swiveling or swinging turbine, which I guess helps him hover. That's really cool. Fits neatly up against this wing section here. This wing section also flaps. Same with the other side. Working turbine. This wheel or turbine not only spins, turns, it also spins in this direction. Same articulation both sides. So how does this fit on him? Well, it's got this this peg here, and you probably noticed it when we did the 360. He's got this obvious peg hole. Peg, beat, peg hole. Bam. Now he can't sit anymore. He's got this part of the wing that prevents him from sitting, but who cares? It's not what he's meant to do in his wings. That looks awesome. Almost 2 feet of wingspan for him. In order to get these arm braces on, I have to pull his hands off first, slip the arm brace on, put his hand back on, and then these wrist controllers or hand controllers. Notice one part of it is longer than the other part. This goes on the bottom. At least that's what I did, because if this was on top, his hand control was floppy, loose. This way it creates some friction on this this wrist part here of the brace, and actually stays in place. Doesn't really move. So I think that's how you're supposed to do it. And here he is from the back. Nicely done. And since the wings have really good articulation, you can bend these outer portions a little bit forward. If he's starting a flap, so to speak. Not that he did flap, he had some jets. Or he can do aggressive inward, and these other portions, I don't know, if he wants to give somebody a great big hug, like his mom, or if he's in an aggressive dive, maybe, he'll fold his wings forward a little bit. Or if he's going to do an aggressive climb out, he's got to fold his wings back. So there's a lot of potential movement, not to mention the swivel part. Almost like karate chop. A lot going on here. A lot of potential for different poses. The nice thing is there's enough stiffness or friction. You can actually have them in this position and they're not going to flop forward or back. So they do stay put quite well. Nice job, Hasbro. Alright, I figured out how I'm supposed to use this flight stand here. Literally, this pointed part of his wings fits between some tabs here on this flight stand. Thing is, though, there's not a whole lot of clearance for his feet. Unless that's just a standing stand, which is very, very possible. But he will stand, as I showed you, on his own without that standing stand. And as you know, I am a big proponent of smack-accessorizing, even with things that don't necessarily come in the package. I think the Vulture looks awesome. Taking a break from his wings. Maybe he wants to catch a different kind of air on this dirt bike here. That looks good. Just can't bring his legs inward to get his feet up on the pegs. So that's one of those problems with that wide stance. Other than that, looks pretty good right there. So how does all of his articulation, his body, and his wings, how do all those things help him in hand-to-hand combat? Let's find out. I didn't think he would be a no-show. Oh well. Whoa, what was that? How about a wing smack? Or a landing crunch? Uppercut. Right cross. Nutcracker. So what did we learn today in the action figure arena about the Marvel Legends Spider-Man Homecoming Vulture? I think it looks awesome. From his outfit to the apparently glowing green eyes, leather-like suit, flight pants, I think they all came out fantastic. His articulation is pretty good. My biggest gripe is the fact that he cannot look up. He's a flying figure who cannot look up. That's it. That's my only gripe. That's not a big one right there. The rest of them, decent articulation. Wings, excellent articulation. All kinds of possibilities for different flying poses, battle poses, and all the different joints or hinges in these wings here are stiff enough so they'll maintain a pose. Now the question is this thing really worth the $41.99? Well, because it's unique, because of the wings, and the great potential for a lot of different stop motion posing and motions, I think it is. I think this is a worthwhile buy as far as I'm concerned. Until next time, we'll see you in the action figure arena. Hey everyone, I'm just starting out. And if you're enjoying my content so far, please support this channel by liking my videos, telling your friends about it, and then subscribing. Thank you so much.